Uh, good day, everyone. My name is unnecessary at this point, but this message is for Cardi B. I took an inhale some weed just now because the marijuana helps me in tremendous ways spiritually and what I'm prepared to say. So there's no secrets. I've never been arrested for drugs and alcohol. I've never had those issues. I mean, I do have what they call hypervigilance, and I'm very disappointed in you, Cardi B, because what I what I uncovered in the last 6 hours is very disturbing. You are being influenced by individuals, and I told you before they have no soul. And when I say something, if I forecast it, it happens. Cardi B. Um, I don't know if you know this gentleman. His name is Mr. Aliko Dango. He's the wealthiest man in Africa, and he's my friend. Um, and I am disappointed because you have no idea of who I am, despite what your preliminary findings may have discovered. They may have told you I've been to prison. They may have told you that I'm an alcoholic, I'm a drug addict, I'm crazy, I'm whatever. But I want you to understand something. That I have friends in New York City who are billionaires and they're homeless. See, money is not what you see. Money is what you don't see. That is why men like royal princes of Dubai and Arabia never carry cash, but you know their name carries weight or their appearance. See, you've been hoodwinked into believing that you're the sole creator of your success. They made you walk the streets, and how could you do that? Why would you? No other. Uh, Nikki didn't do it. None of them did it. They humiliated you. They humiliated you, a pregnant woman, and put you on the streets where you were really susceptible to a lot of harm that you don't know. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. This is Murdoch, Ike from the Heights, Dollar Bill, Big Daddy from Brooklyn, Flatbush. I have many manifestations, many personas because of my soul. See, my soul allows me to access many manifestations, which means that you can be more, like Shaka Khan said, she's every woman. So I could be every man, or any man I want to, depending on how I'm feeling or what I want to do or what I want to accomplish. But it's usually for positive influences, nothing negative. You listen to individuals, they put you on the streets, a pregnant woman. That is disgraceful to market your album. Okay, because they knew you didn't have the marketing power to do it. They didn't supply you with that. They're robbing you. They're robbing you blind on marketing. It's a warp deal. Then they allow, then your handler, you should fire them all. They allow you to mess with or Stephon Diggs, the, uh, the clown prince of promiscuity. And, and you see, sweetheart, what I want to tell you before that I see things that you don't see, and I want to teach you all things. I'm gonna teach you something right now. Why do you think Offset was sleeping with Tyrell Dix to destroy you, to put to turn you into a street whore, which you're not. I was not impressed with you out there on the subway. I was not impressed with you out there. They're pimping you on the marketing tip. I'm giving it up real. And I dare any of your handlers, your managers to come on live and debate me. I will destroy them. In fact, tonight I'm going to Jake 58. I want your handlers to come. I challenge your handlers, and I challenge them that if they can't debate me in Jake 58 tonight, all right, then you should fire your whole team and hire my team. It's time for a new team. It's time for you to let everyone go. Everyone that's around you must go because they're not loyal to you. And do you know that when a woman is pregnant, she has many things going on in her biologically because the fact of the matter is that she's not thinking for herself anymore. Did you realize when a woman is pregnant, she's not thinking for herself anymore? So everything you say and do, you do not want to drive negativity and confusion into that womb that's seeping in through the air, it's seeping in through the food, it's seeping in through your hormones, it's seeping in through the interact. Do you realize that whoever you around, the children, that the baby inside you hears it? And what about your other child? Who's watching your other child and you're not there? What corruption is being done? I told you I would dedicate to you for life to take care of your children. Now, if you want to be the top of the top, you're gonna listen to somebody who can tell you how to get to the top. Because I've been to the mountaintop, like Martin Luther King. I'll tell you a story about me. That only that now the entire federal government knows. CIA. Well, during the time of Martin Luther King, there was a man named Herbert Hoover, and of course, he tracked Martin Luther King everywhere he went because the threat of the Messiah complex. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about why you should fire everybody on your team, the whole everybody. And matter of fact, sue everybody for breach of contract because they did not secure your best interest at heart. No one advised no one would advise a pregnant woman to walk the streets and market an album. That's insane. It's offensive. I don't like it. And and you don't just they're talking about you in the circus behind your back like your toilet paper. They're trying to compare you to Nicki Minaj when we're in fact you and Nicki Minaj are cut from the same cloth. I love Nicki too. I'm surprised you and her haven't collaborated. You're stronger in numbers. Later on, I'm gonna drop a single. I'm gonna drop a single from one of Nicki's records. I'm gonna remake one of Nicki's songs. Whoever you listen to, they lied to you. They made you do a concert. That's disgusting. Why should you? Why? I could see if it was charity, but it wasn't. I could see if it was a promotion, but it wasn't. I could see if it was anything else, Cardi, but it wasn't. And let me tell you something. I want you to go look at the video I did, City of Lost Souls. Okay, the numbers I put up is not just 5,000. I earned to the 10th power. It's verified. They know it. Your handlers know it. They already checked me out. They've already been over here. They've been to Long Island already. They might have sent someone to drug me so that I couldn't make the trip the other day because I was injected with a hypodermic needle. And then I started foaming. And then I became very unlucid. And I knew that I was not in shape to travel. And even though millions of dollars in protection was secured. Let me ask you a question. Um, I, if you check every hotel on East 42nd was filled up, waiting my anticipation. So a lot of people went into a great deal of lengths to make sure I didn't make that trip. A lot of people are very confused and astonished that I am the restorer of lost souls. The city of lost souls was tremendous and they didn't want it to happen. And of course they can't stop it because who would prevent who would prevent someone from discovering their lost soul? And I'm not talking about a lost relative. I went. I walked by the cemetery, and one day I was very sad. I went by the cemetery, and you want to know something? There's no one in the graves. There's no souls in the graves. There's not one soul in a grave. And I'm gonna tell you where a lot of them come. A lot of those souls come to see me at night, in the deep night, in the dark night. In fact, um, the type of night that turns into infrared, that's where they come. And they come for comfort, and they come to learn, and they want to live because they're unacceptable living in the body that they were assigned to. See, here's the thing: the flesh and the flesh and blood is just what it is. It's a vessel. It's a vessel. It's something to navigate. But what controls it all? Well, the soul, which is consciousness, pure and unadulterated. It is the creativity part of you. It is a part of you that they're stripping away that would tell you, hell no, I'm not going out there. How much of your marketing team? How many $1 million have you paid them in the past 5 years? Well, you know what? You're entitled to get back every dollar from everybody that worked for you in the last 5 years. You're entitled to receive every dollar back. You know why? Breach of contract. It was it was unconscionable because it climaxed to this, and the initial numbers they lied because they wanted to make you. They wanted to. They wanted to hurt you. You did surpass Nikki. I know that for a fact. They know it. They're afraid of me. They're afraid of us. They're afraid of change, but they can't stop the change, Nikki, no matter what they do. But Nikki, Cardi, I'm very disappointed because you did not do what I asked you to do, and everything that I said was the truth, and they know it. You're confused. The entire, the entire industry, all entertainment industry, even the government is interested in uh, this colloquy between Sushi Lounge, Flight Deck Records, this anomaly, OG Mac, the rabbi individual. Did you know, Cardi B, that I was arrested for coming from a religious ceremony? They wanted me to marry a rich white woman on Fifth Avenue, and I refused. And so they froze my cards. They froze my cards. And this is what happened after that. Once they froze my cards, I had to get on the Long Island Railroad from Penn Station. And they made me walk all the way around. They closed 33rd Street entrance because of me. And I had to walk all the way around the back. Okay. And some young lady I never seen before who was just like one of your extras in a video. And I knew she, I knew she wasn't authentic because she couldn't say the right things. And the other thing is too, she didn't know where she was going. She said she was going to Long Island, but she didn't know how to get to the other entrance. And I said, well, follow me. So anyway, I'm here to tell you that that was foolish. It was deplorable. It belittled you. It cheap. In fact, your whole marketing campaign cheapened you. It had you saying things that where you should be embracing your sisters because what is the purpose of girls rock if Nikki's a bitch or if Lotto ain't shit or if Doja Cat is weak or if any of those beautiful children of mine, potential wives of mine are weak? How could you say that? Because those are the sick, soulless individuals that are around you, and it's a shame. And I would be inclined to believe that they are orchestrators on why I didn't make it. Because anyone that made a decision not to allow me to come to the city of lost souls and to launch the Sushi Lounge is of course soulless. And so I told you before, no man, no man walking has made the statements that I made to you. And as far as you know, I'm a bum in a homeless shelter. Money is not what you see. If you contact Wall Street, the Nasdaq, you'll see that Michael Matthews was there. They invited me for the closing of Bell. They don't invite anybody and everybody. And I was live satellite uplink. I was on the floor of the New York Station, the New York Stock Exchange of Wall Street. Okay. And you know what it sounds like when they close? You know what money sounds like? School bells. Because that's how they close the stock market and open it with bells. Okay. And I'm very disappointed in you. They betrayed you, Carly. Now here's the challenge. Here's the challenge to write because believe me, you got the 10 million. The 10 I solidified the 10 million units on 7:36 p.m. But I extended it to Monday. I extended it to Monday, 8 a.m. And what did they do? What did they do, Cardi? I'll tell you what they did. They got you on pins and needles. They distracting you. They giving you everything that you fantasize about, but it's not what you need. You're not even, you're not even. And I would assume that you're sleeping right now. You're tired. They're wearing you out. They got you doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and they're not respecting you because they're shielding you from this crazy guy that's blowing up the entire internet. Yeah. What YouTube is doing is criminal. I'm going after them too. I'm going after Yum. I'm going after Google. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Everywhere in the world knows about me and how I am bigging you up through Sushi Lounge Records and Observation Deck Records. And of course, the Sushi Lounge is a tremendous show that I developed, and I want to launch it because there's none like it in the world. And you have offended me. You have offended yourself. You have offended every female rapper because how can you succeed if you're divided? It's not. See, that's the enemy's thinking. How can you be against any other female rapper when you're both all one and the same? If y'all all did a joint, and I patent this, this is our vision to unify the entire female rap world under one banner. So if you're under one label, guess what? You're under Sushi Lounge Records or you're under Observation Deck Records. There can be no more dissing, and everybody would embrace that. They'll they'll embrace the love as opposed to the bitch you ain't shit, right? Because how she know she ain't shit unless you live in her shoes? That's propaganda. That song you did, "Safe," is the most powerful thing you've ever done. And if you look at City of Souls right now, and I'm challenging you, Cardi B. I'm challenging every fraud that's around you. Now you can send your goons out here if you want to, but let me tell you something. I'm a general in the United States military. It's not going to be pretty for them. In fact, whoever is talking about me on cell phones, whoever is innuendo about me, okay, in your team, they ass is grass. I'm no joke. I don't play. In my life, I know where I'm going. So you can take the body. In fact, I have many manifestations. What are you going to do about Big Daddy in Brooklyn? You can take this body. What are you going to do about Big Daddy in Brooklyn? What are you going to do about Casa Kimui Amara? What are you going to do about Imhotep? What are you going to do about Eiffel the Heights? Eiffel the Heights has been on the ground for over 40 years, traveling all over the world. I'm a Grandmaster Freemason of the highest orders of the York and Scottish Rites. I am a 33 and a third degree Grandmaster. There is no degree higher than this. Um, I have casual. I consider BlackRock one of the wealthiest corporations in the world, which is $10 trillion, my friends. I consider the Bilderberg Group, my friends. I consider the Trilateral Commission, my friend. I consider uh, the Dingo, my friend. If you go to my Twitter page, you'll see all the evidence is there. I'm the only one with the C. I have in my possession, I'm going to wear the J58. I have in my possession the CEO sports jacket for Amazon, not Jeff Bezos. Uh, uh, Hard to believe. The truth is always hard to believe when you never see it. And I'm going to tell you something, and I want you to understand this, Cardi. They're deceiving you, and I'm bringing it to light to the whole world. Okay? I'm, I want you to see it, no matter what happens. I want you to see it because this is this is an opportunity for you to get that right. Terrell, what's his name? Stefan Diggs. Stefan Diggs. First of all, look at it this way. It was a setup, Cardi. You wasn't in love with him. He was a jump ball. He was a jump off that was arranged, and then they backdoored you with Offset sleeping with his to destroy your inner resolve and to rob you of your soul, to make you the type of woman that will do whatever it took, and that's not what a queen does. That's not what that's not what the Queen of Sheba would do. That's that's not what Nefertiti would do. That's not what any of the great women would do. Not even Joan of Arc would do. At least Joan of Arc, at least Joan of Arc, no matter how misguided the male thought she was, she conquered people. I told you you have twins. Now, I was listening to Charlton White. He said some foolish. He said something that cleared me in. You don't know who the father is. You know why you don't know? Because what's inside of you is special. Don't nobody know you got twins but me. Nobody in the whole world. Stephon Diggs, I don't care nobody. The only ones that know you got twins in your belly is the doctor and me and you. And remember, I live in a shelter. I'm a bum. I'm this, that, and the third, but they know nothing about me. Like I said before, my record is impeccable. I've challenged everybody. I've challenged every bogus, soulless preacher. Kenneth Copeland, Pastor Cherry, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar should be in prison, and Joel Osteen should be under the prison. But here's the thing about Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen has to give back everything he took. See, this, ask any preacher that 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 the devil has to give back what he stole. That's why they're condemned. Every preacher that listens to me right now, you are condemned because you have to give back everything the devil stole. You know that song, Victory, Victory, Victory is mine. I walk right every day, talk right every day, do it in the Lord's way. Every preacher in the United States of America knows that anything the devil steal, that the song snuck into the devil's camp and took back what he stole from you. The devil has to give back everything he stole from you. The devil is the one. The devil is the only soulless one. There is no, there is no, there is no devil. There is no hell either, because if there was hell, guess what? Hell would be designed for everyone, even the soulless ones. But the soulless ones can't even go to hell because they don't have a soul. So hell doesn't exist. What about heaven? Well, I wouldn't say the pie in the sky, but I say on the dimensional level, let's try the 11th dimension. Let's try the fact that I'm the 11th elder of the 12, the 24 elders of the High Council of the Most High God, and that his name is Kasikimui Amen Ra, who is the father of Tutankhamun, who they call King Tut. If you look at my post on YouTube, you will see the image of a sarcophagus that belongs to me, and you'll see the image of a 12-year-old boy that looks just like that sarcophagus. And let's say 5 to 6,000 years ago, it's impossible to cut and paste my face to look like something because they shaved down the nose to make it Aquilian. But that pharaoh's nose is like mine. And if you look at the eyes of that pharaoh on that gold sarcophagus, it is mine because Kasike Muri Amen Ra is the father of Tutankhamun. And if I'm Kasike Muri Amen Ra, then I'm also Tutankhamun because we're one and the same. Everything go back to the essence, and you have been deceived, my dear. Take it for what it is. Tonight, I'm going to I'm going to go and speak to. I'm going to go to Jake 58. I'm going to call them. I want to find out how much. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. They have 200 rooms at Jake 58. They have a 2,000 parking garage. Okay. Now, here's what I want to challenge your handlers. And don't send in them hood niggas from Brooklyn and all because they brought you. You know why they brought you to fucking the city? They got you walking the streets. All right. So, it's called amalgamize. You're mine, Cardi B. And I don't mean as my slave. I don't mean as my possession. You're mine as in MIND, not MINE. You're mine. Everything I said to you is accurate. The numbers, they're astonishing the whole world. And I'm gonna tell you right now, who who is very interested in the city of lost souls, which I was thinking about changing to the city of simmering light, but that hasn't been perfected. Right now, Cardi B, I want you to tell you, everyone that's interested in you, that have pulled up on my Facebook page, and I don't even know how they got there, but here's the thing. They're very interested in the city of lost souls because they want their souls back. Now, okay, so let's see. Alicia Keys is on my storyline. Good morning, Alicia. Coco is on my good morning. I'm just gonna rattle off their names. Michael Strahan. Let's see. Comedian Bigness. Let's see. Let's see. Nicki Minaj is on my story thing. Jennifer Lopez. The Drew Barrymore Show. Kelly Yu. Let's see. Let's see. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Carmen Electra. Christina Aguilera. Jennifer Lopez. LL Cool J. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mariah Carey. Chris Jenner. I salute all these people with the highest regards and bless you today. And thank you for coming on to my storyline. Tamron Hall, Jessica Alba is here. Let's see who else is there. The Office of Lieutenant Governor, thank you. Chris Tucker, thank you. Oprah Winfrey, thank you. Julian Ho, thank you. Ashanti, thank you. Serena Williams, thank you. Amaria, thank you. Usher, thank you. Mandy Moore, thank you. Mike Vick, thank you. Uh, let's see. Tatiana Ali, thank you. Corey Holcomb, thank you. Let's see. The Jennifer Hudson Show, thank you. Yes, let's see. Keisha, thank you. Brooke Shields, thank you. Ryan Seacrest, thank you. Malin Ackerman, thank you. Gabrielle Union, thank you. Let's see. Jordan Sparks, thank you for pulling up. Let's see who else. Let's see who else. Let's see who else. Meek Mill. Thank you, Meek Mill. He pulled up. The Cut Life, thank you. Let's see. Taraji P. Henson, thank you. John Legend, thank you. Earth, Wind, and Fire, thank you. Uh, let's see. The Gospel Block, thank you. Let's see. Kelly's, thank you. Um, let's see who else. Boom, 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 boom. Eloise Smith, thank you. Let's see. Jane Dumet, thank you. Let's see. Kim, Kem, thank you. Let's see who else. Lindsay Lohan, thank you. Anthony Hamilton, good morning, thank you. The Gates Foundation, thank you. Kalani, thank you. Christina Milan, thank you. Leah Remy, thank you. Khloe Kardashian, thank you. The WNBA, thank you for pulling up. Debbie Gibson, thank you for pulling up. Let's see who else. Eric Benet, thank you. Tori Spelling, thank you. Tyra Banks, thank you. Sanaya Latham, thank you. Maxwell, thank you. Debbie Allen, thank you. Uh, let's see. Sarah Michelle Gellar, thank you. Young M.A., thank you. Uh, Tiana Taylor, thank you. DJ Khaled, what's up, bro? Thank you. Katina Bailey, Candy Barris, thank you. Mila jo- jo- uh, Jovovic, the actress. Lady Gaga, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. We love you. Larry Go, I'm not sure. Nicole Serzinger, thank you. Mishka Monique, U.S. Weekly, thank you for pulling up on my storyline. Kendra Wilkinson, Sierra, thank you. Tank, thank you for pulling up. Ashley Graham, thank you for pulling up. Magic Johnson, I love you. Zoe Sandala, thank you. Michelle Williams, thank you. Layla Ali, thank you. Rosario Dawson, thank you. Idris Elba, thank you. Uh, let's see. Fenty, thank you. Fenty Beauty, thank you. Alyssa Milano, thank you. Monica, thank you. Eva Lagara, Thank you. Jimmy Fallon, thank you for pulling up. Megan Trainer. Uh, let's see. Fat Joe, I love you, man. Deborah Cox, thank you. Kelly Price, thank you. Nicole Ritchie, thank you for pulling up on my storyline. I appreciate all of you. Let's see. Who else? Layla Hathaway, God bless you. The View, I love you all. Tell Whoopi I said what's up. Jennifer Hudson, thank you. DJ Jazzy Jeff, thank you. Fox Williams, thank you. The New York City Ballet, thank you. And Ardell J. Long, the woman that I healed that had cancer in her body. These are all on my storyline on my Facebook page. Okay. Now, I've never friended a great deal of these people, but they're pulling up because they're interested in the new, not New World Order. The scriptures have completed and says that all things that were old have been made new. And me reaching out to you is something that the world is interested in seeing. I make this up not at all. You can look at my hey, listen, they know that I shouted them up and they're on Michael Matthews' Facebook page. Okay. And the fact of the matter, I thanked all of them. And this is why I know I'm telling the truth. Tonight I'm going to J58. Okay, because I'm the deal I have to go because the deal has been moved to J58, the hub of Syosset. Yeah. And of course, I want you to show up. I don't know how you, it doesn't matter how you arrange it. You should be satisfied and happy that you have you know that you have security teams in place that is military grade. If you notice that if you notice wherever you are right now, there's a lot of helicopter activity around you because I gave them direct orders to protect you, and you know it's telling the truth. I'm going to call Jake 88 and make the preparations to the announcement that I'm coming because I have to go, and I'm telling the world why I have to go. New York State has a deficit budget of $34 billion, according to the Controller's Office in Napoli. Well, according to Gemini, okay, because Gemini revealed it to me, and I'm not going to tell you how. I'm talking about Gemini on Google. Yes, Gemini on Google. As a matter of fact, Google should be seized because they are putting misinformation into the servers of that system, and I can prove it. I can prove it. Now, the other thing is, I want you to understand, dear, I'm trying to light a clip on this joint. So if you hear a cigarette lighter, it's a clip on the joint. I don't believe in getting high. There's no such thing as getting high. The only thing that's high is taxes and unemployment. Tax and unemployment is high. Okay, so let's get the wording right. You got to understand something that the world has changed, and I've been prepping for 3 years for this. I'm collecting all receipts tonight. I'm going to Jake 88 because I have to. Because I have to do it before the first. Because because the first of October is what? 10 plus 1 is what? 11, right? Okay. So the 11th dimension is where they say that the essence of God resides, but God doesn't reside anywhere. It's impossible for him to reside, or the creative consciousness. And remember this, why I got you in the black screen is because they taught you to believe that anything black is evil. That's propaganda. The darkness is evil. Well, here's the thing. For all you so-called Christians, Jews, and Muslims who believe the darkness is evil, I say that you're evil because in the beginning, he said, let there be light. So the darkness was there first. So how can the darkness be evil? It's fraud. I'm going to be at Jake 88 tonight. Okay, I'm going to broadcast from there. I expect to see you there, Cardi B. I expect you to see you there. You will be escorted with military. There will be military personnel in, in, in low key positions that you will not know. But you'll notice that the traffic, okay, I would suggest that you take the railroad. I would suggest that you take the railroad when you come to Long Island. Do not come in caravan or cars. Take the railroad. It's the safest place to ride. And then when you get out here, you have the proper vehicles waiting for you to bring you to JK88. When I get to JK88, I will announce it. I expect you to be in Manhattan already. This is irrevocable. You have to right what's wrong because they played you, all of them. Because when you told me you sent something to my storyline, you said, "Yo, I'll be up late, and I do the girly thing, right? Whatever that means." But the fact of the matter is, you knew I was going to be in the city, but something happened, and I apologize for that. But tonight, you must come to JK88 because you are the catalyst for the city of lost souls, and not only that, without you, I can't broke. It would be impossible to broker the $34 billion loss or deficit in the state of New York. I'm waiting for an answer. Follow the lights. You don't have to acknowledge me backing up because it's not tit for tat. I'm putting this out there for you, your handlers. Do not and tell them to stay off the phones talking to them stupid ass thug niggas. Like, yo, be professional. You're gonna hire security. Get professional security. There's professional teams, okay, that are out there. I want you to understand this, Carly. If you go to everything that I posted, right, I elevated you. You know, and if you go and look at your look, go anybody that listen to my voice, go to Cardi B's homepage and you'll see that she pinned out of all the songs on her, out of all the songs on your album, you pinned the one named Safe. You know why you did that? Because when you sent that video to my DM or YouTube, right, I was amazed. I cried. I was taken aback because I suffered like hell for 3 years. And all I wanted to do was save lives. I was in a shelter in Hempstead. A guy almost lost my eye because of jealousy. Yes, okay. And of course, had I known, it could have ended really bad for that person. But the fact of the matter is, that taught me that the path to righteousness is always paved by the ways of fools. See, you can't get to the mountaintop unless you step over fools because they're going to be in the way. And everybody on your team is a liar. You need to fire them all. They're disrespectful. They didn't do you right, Cardi. And understand this, Cardi. I made a guarantee, and no one in the music industry or out of the music industry can guarantee that you receive 10 million units added to your album, which pushes you over, which means you have more records, you have more sales than Nicki. But they kept you away from me because you were supposed to contact me. You didn't follow the breadcrumbs. They distracted you. And the reason why I didn't get to the Cipriani is because of espionage, or you can say dirty tactics. But the fact of the matter is, I'm going to be there tonight, okay? And you know, you feel more safer than you did in any time. And those songs are hits. Let me explain how I earn my wages on social media. If you go through my Twitter pages, it's a lot of content. You'll see that I made a contract with Elon Musk and Twitter that anything that I earn, because I'm one of the people of the Emancipation Proclamation. Okay, I am one of the only people of the Emancipation Proclamation in the world. I, anywhere I go and operate in international waters or international, you know why? Because it's United States policy. You see, when during the Civil War, when France and Great Britain embraced the Emancipation Proclamation, it became an international document accepted by the European international community. So anything that I do, anything I say, operates in international waters, not just domestic. So when I told that cat, okay, me and him had some words too. What's his name? Elon Musk. Yeah, me and Elon Musk had some serious words too. Okay, I called him a coward because he wouldn't come out here, and he knows why. But the fact of the matter is, understand this: that on his platform I challenged him. I said, listen, I'm one of the people of the Emancipation Proclamation. I'm supposed to earn reasonable wages. Well, my reasonable wages is 10 to the 10th power. So any view that I get on any platform is to the 10th power. The truth in lending is 72 hours. They had 72 hours to object. They posted it. It stands as it is. It speaks for itself. So if you see a video with 33 views on it on my platform, well, that means nothing because it's to the 10th power. It's in the quadrillions. They can't pay it. See, money is not what you see. Money, real wealth is what you don't see. That paper money, that's all it is. It's built. What is it? Promissory note. It has no value. It has no intrinsic value. Gold, silver coin does, but not that. That's why you need so many of those pieces of paper to buy real gold. It's not the other way around. So I'm telling you this now, all right? And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm a rabbi, I'm a minister, and I'm an imam. Now I became a minister by the gift of God's grace granted to me in the core with the exercise of His power. You probably didn't learn this of Christ as soon as you heard of Him. But as the truth is in Jesus, you have to put off your old self and form a way of life and be renewed in God's way of righteousness and truth. See, and the fact of the matter is, this is not religious. You know, I'm not pushing no religious antics. I'm pushing reality antics. Okay, because the Creator said, the Father said, let's keep it simple. He said that ye are God's small g. I created them, male and female. He did not say created man and woman. That's some hocus pocus control crap. Male and female. So a woman, a female, is a God according to what the Creator said. Well, I'll stick with that because no man will put himself above the Creator. So if the Creator said that we are gods, male and female, then that means that we are gods. And I'm telling you, Cardi, any man that you've been with, I don't care. Stephon Diggs is the poster boy of infidelity. He's untrustworthy. And how could you dare even think about his pedigree when you know that he is he's not even with the kids that he has. Okay, so how can he love anyone? And remember, Cardi, a male without a soul is incapable of love. That's why I created that's why your song safe piggybacked on my theme of the city of lost souls, and that's what people were coming for. I rattled off all the names of people pulling up on my storyline. Now wait a minute. Now I'm a poor guy in a hotel, according to the population, according to the false numbers. I'm a bum. I'm someone that doesn't deserve your time of day. How he's eating beans out of a can. So what? But they can't touch me because here's the thing. As I said before, no one is. You really don't know what money is because money you will never see it. You don't have to see it. That's real wealth. When Bill Gates walk into an airport, don't you think they lay out the red carpet? What does he have to pay for? Because the money is illusional. It's his reputation. It's who he is. So he understands those principles. He also understands the principles of control, which is the gold and silver coin. Because if they say you came in with nothing and you leave with nothing, then why would you die for it? Why would I die for paper money when I can't take it with me? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You see? You see the false philosophy? That's why those preachers won't challenge me. I'll destroy them. I'll destroy them. Just go to my page. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing I said that rattled a lot of so-called. First of all, I'm not a black man. I'm not a nigger. I'm not a Negro. I'm not an African American. I'm not Pan American. I'm not none of those false representations. Emancipation Proclamation says the people of the Emancipation Proclamation. Well, well, I'll accept that as a definition and a manifestation that I am a people. I'm one of the people. And then if I'm one of the people, why wouldn't they say the name of the people? Because that's the secret. They knew that they had to set the sons free by the Emancipation Proclamation. They had to. But they encoded it. So it was rejected by the so-called blacks. And that's why I call the blacks, so-called blacks, traitors. All of them. You know why? Because when I said that, Snoop Dogg was in Paris. He didn't like it. He said some foul shit to me. And I said some stuff back to him like, you know where I'm at. I'm in a homeless shelter. Bring it. Bring it. They're not going to do it. I saw Al Sharpton. I got video of Al Sharpton talking to Bloods and Crips because they didn't like what I said about him and Jesse Jackson. I don't care. I don't care about that. I've been out here. I know my body of work. And I'm going to tell you one thing. 3 years ago, I made a declaration to the Father that I would never tell a lie. And I have never told a lie in 3 years. So if you can find a lie that I've told in the last 3 years, then I'll go to the kennel over here and I'll shovel all the dog feces, put it on a big plate and sit on a picnic table and have it videotaped all over social media, me eating dog feces if I'm a liar. That's how confident I am, Cardi, and you know it. And here's the other thing: you don't know who the father is. You know why? Because you got twins in you, and the only ones who knows that is me, you, and your doctor. Now, how would a bum in a hotel know that? Stefan Diggs is not that father. Neither is Offset. You want to know who the father is? You're talking to him. Now, the mystery is, how is that possible? Well, that's what you'll find out tonight if you come to the Sushi Lounge at Jake 88 tonight. I promise you, I'll be there. I'm going to gamble for 6 hours with on a penny. I'm going to gamble for 6 hours so I can get a free room. Overnight is 180. Overnight is $189 a night. I'm gonna get two rooms, and yeah, but I'm not paying for anything. No, I'm not paying for anything. All I gotta do is fill up the parking lot. See, the hotel. Why do you think South Beach? That's gonna change. South Beach is done. They stole Sushi Lounge. Why do you think they keep all the beautiful artisans in Miami? They keep the hotel. Miami and Vegas is the only two. I wouldn't say Vegas so much, but Miami is the only two places, in fact, that stays full. The hotels stay full. You know why? Because they stole the Sushi Lounge idea. Yeah, and if you go on my platform, well, you can't access it because you have to be here. But the fact of the matter is, women are taking all over the world. They run in packs. I know why. And if you look, most of the women are wearing black, and they're going to somewhere with a pink. Because yeah, Sushi Lounge, my theme is the pink. Follow the pink. If you had access to my playlist and stuff, all you do is follow the pink tower, the, the pink. Why do you think you women have a lot of pink in your videos? Barbie, all of that pink. All you gotta do is all you have to do is go to YouTube and Google any of those female rap artists, and they are all saluting the pink. Well, who do you think? If pink is not LGBTQ, that's BS. The pink is sushi, pure sushi, because sushi is where the lost souls began to come. The souls that walk the earth, the ones that have abandoned their soulless bodies because they're looking for comfort. Did you know the soul has the soul has the soul has the right not to walk with that flesh and blood body? They won't preach this in the church because they're lying. They're lying. They're lying. That Eve came from a rib. Are you kidding me? What was God? Dr. Doolittle? Frankenstein? That's a Frankenstein. How could the creative existence? Why would he take a rib out of a made man when he can create without that? He can create a woman by his female by his word alone. perfectly. So that's hocus pocus. That's mad science. That's I was a kid. They had a game called Operation. You know, all of a sudden God, the Father, the Creator, the essence of all, he's a mad scientist, and he found the ape, and then he dissected him and used his rib to make a female. Are you kidding me? That's absurd. But let me tell you what the symbolism is, Cardi, before I get off. And thank you, Steve, for pulling up. I love you, son. Let me give y'all the purpose of the so-called rib. It's the mystery of the rib. If you look at a rib, it has a natural curve like a woman, which is true. A woman's figure is so distinct you can see her 1,000 yards away if she's walking toward you, because a woman, a female, has a. I have to discipline myself too. A female has the distinctive curves that a man does not have. A male does not have. That point he said. Let's look deeper into that rib, because all of y'all love barbecue, baby back ribs, and all that. You're rib eaters, right? So you should know. You should all be an expert in what I'm going to say. Check this out. What's the next thing you know about the rib? Well, the rib, um, it's really not a solid bone. It's kind of hollow. You know, especially when you get to the bone, you suck all the marrow out. Did you? It's really a hollow bone, which means that the rib is fragile. Now, if you look at the essence of a female, not that she's weak, but she is something to be cared for and handled delicately. Not that she's fragile, that she can't defend herself, but she has to be handled a certain way because she's created delicately. So the rib is something that's hollow, but it's delicate, right? And if you bend the rib too much, it'll crack. So what is the other thing about the rib that's unique? Well, if the woman is the rib, what is the obligation to do with the female? Fill her up. Oh, so why? Because the rib is hollow. Not that the woman doesn't have a mind. No, we are the male is the equalizer, God to God, not not man over woman. That's oppression. God to God is God to God. So therefore, when the Prophet Muhammad said that paradise lies at the foot of a woman, I want all of you mothers to remember this: that you were daughters, and everything living that's a so-called human being, even the soulless ones before they lost their soul, you were raised at your mother's foot and you always looked up to your mother. You was always at your mother's feet, which means that paradise goes through the woman or the female. Yeah, that's where paradise lies. So when the child looks at the mother and honors the mother for what she is, and if the mother was capable of telling her what she is, and if the father was capable of instructing the sons what she is, then there would not be a hood. There would not be a ghetto. There would not have been slavery. There would not have been Peter Pay Paul. And there would not be gangs. And there would not be senseless murders and un, under deplorable things that makes no sense. Because they stripped the child from the mother's feet. They put him in front of a TV. The TV became the mother. And now your cell phones and the PS1, PlayStation 2 and all that, that's their mama. And the niggas in the alley with the baseball bats is their mother and father. Every woman without a dress on is their mama because they had no mama to look up to. You see, and that was the trick. So let's get back to the rib. So now the rib is hollow, but it has to be filled up. Who can do that? The male. And I'll tell you why. Physiologically wise, the female's body is built different, but on the soul level, we're equal. The physiology was altered in the woman's mind that her information flies to the left and right hemisphere so fast that she can make a split second decision. But the man's brain is built differently, where if a life changing, altering circumstance happen, we can't just say, fuck it, let's just go do it. That's how a woman thinks, right? In desperation. We cannot think desperate. So we would have to peel back and say, wait a minute, hold on, baby. let me digest this for a minute before we just run off and do something we both may regret. See, in an emergency situation. So a male mind is called the gatherer of time and patience. Time is in the man's mind, not the woman's. The male, the male created time. The female honors it. That's why a woman cares not for time. That's why a woman can go shopping for 3 hours and a man be bored to death, going crazy. Is she tired of shopping? No, because time is irrelevant to her. And the male is not taught to understand that because the male is not taught to understand that time came from his mind, not hers. See? And he was supposed to, and she knew. But see, lack of communication, separation, right? The destruction of the home, the bitches and horse complex, right? Let me tell you something. I wouldn't care if a man had a 20-inch penis. You can't keep no woman. It would not be enough. Why? Because a woman is more than one woman, which means, and she doesn't know it. That so, for example, let's say, fellas, right now, you know that the woman that you with right now, your so-called significant other, whatever, that you go to work for 8 hours. Tonight you come home. She could be any woman you want. Man, you'll never miss a dinner. You will punch in at night. See, ladies, he will punch in. So therefore, there would be no reason for him to go to a strip club. If I'm laying with every woman, why do I have to go to a strip club? I don't need to. I'm getting a different woman every night, right here in my bed, because she knows how to do it. She knows how to access the manifestations to be every woman. Chaka Khan said this in her song, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I got what you need, baby. What? So what happened to that? That's why Shaka Khan is every woman. And it's a secret she kept because nobody picked it up. But here's the thing. If if your woman is every woman, ain't no need for me to go to no strip club. I ain't gotta watch no porn. I ain't got a dipsy doodle with the girl at the candy shop. I ain't gotta sneak around with Betty Sue at the bus terminal. I ain't gotta do none of that. I ain't gotta be on. I don't have to hook up with somebody on my Facebook page. Shit, I got every woman laying in there. When I come home tonight, she might be Queen Isabella when I come home. She might be Nefertiti when I come home tonight. She might be, oh my goodness, she might be the Queen of Sheba when I come home tonight. And I'm not gonna miss that, right? So therefore, that's what's missing. The Father said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. They're not teaching you. They're not church is over. Stop playing church. I'll challenge any preacher to debate me, but I get to ask the first question. But they're not gonna come on because they don't have no soul. They have no empathy, no compassion. How come the preachers never preach the book of Revelation? Because they can't. If they do, they'll turn into a pillar of salt. Forget about Jesus Christ and him crucified. I'm baptized in the name. Forget about that. Christ said it himself. I will be with you until the end of the age. Well, Jesus is not coming back. You know who's coming back? The one that's called faithful and true. The one that has a name written on his thigh that no man knows. And he's coming with a sword. They got you looking for peace when war is coming. That's why you're fooled. That's why every preacher should give back every dollar they took in the last 10 years because you lied. I call the preachers out. Now they got to respond. And they got to come to Jake 88. The preachers got to come to Jake 88 too. I'm going. I have to go. I'm I'm compelled to go. I'm compelled to go. Yo, Steve, I love you. Bless your family. Your brother, tell me what's up. Everything I'm saying is real, Steve. Cardi B knows it. She knows it. Go to her page, man, and see what song she got pinned. It's called Safe. She sent it to my DM. I remade the song. right? And I put it out there. I'm the in the world in the whole record industry is like, who is this cat? Well, go ask Elon Musk who I am. I made him $700 million in 4 days. It's all documented on his on my Twitter account. Him and Jeff Bezos. And I'm the one that not predicted. I forecasted that Jeff Bezos almost went into bankruptcy. Go back and look. Go back and look how much money, how many points he dropped. I said his stocks would drop 40 points, and they sure did. Just less than 40. And you know what? That was out of mercy because Jeff Bezos was facing bankruptcy. It's all documented on Twitter. The time of Cardi B when I sent you the clothing line, your handlers told you rejected. I chose you back then. The real Cardi B is the one that created the song Safe. I know no one wrote that for you because that's you. They would love you more if you would love them more. And due to the fact that a voice in the wilderness has said some profound things that no one is willing to challenge. And listen, no disrespect. The difference is that no one, a liar can never challenge the truth, no matter how much knowledge he thinks he has. He's a fool to challenge the truth. But I don't operate in truth. I'll correct that. I operate in absolute. For example, if you're listening to me, you're breathing. That's an absolute. That's an absolute. If you're listening to me, you're breathing. That's an absolute. That's what I operated in the last 3 years. So therefore, go into any of my pages and find a lie. Bring it to me. Come to Jake 88 tonight. Cardi, I expect you to be there. You don't have to bring the media. They're gonna follow you. They have to come. They have to. And all your friends, the ones that listen, it's gonna be in listen, I'm gonna fill up the parking lot with Suchi Nouns, launching the Suchi Nouns. Okay. I write songs, I do music. I don't have a playbook. I'll listen to a song one time and just once I listen to it, then I'll just come out with the lyrics. Everything that's on my page, I never wrote a word for it in those songs. City of Soul is over 5,000 views in less than 2 days on Facebook. Who has done that, Cardi? I sent it to DJ Khaled. Go check it out when I tagged him. God bless you. Yo, Steve, I love you, bro. I'll be in touch soon. I'm gonna be broadcasting from the Sushi now. Jake 88 tonight. I have to do it because I lost a lot of opportunity and I lost a lot of wealth that I didn't make that trip Friday night. But I'm gonna make it today. I have to. I have to. I have to go collect those receipts. There's a lot of receipts waiting for me as soon as I walk in. I love you, Steve. I'm signing out. Cardi, those who are listening, take heed to what I'm saying. If you know you have no soul and you know you need one, then you should plug in tonight. It's gonna be amazing. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim community and shalom to my Jewish community. I'm out.